Ever notice how some people can eat anything and feel fine while you flare up from the same foods? Or maybe you've spotted this pattern during stressful weeks at work. Your back pain gets worse. You blame the desk, the long hours, or the poor sleep. But what if it's not just the stress itself? What if it's the way stress changes what you eat, when you eat, and how your body processes food? Today, we're talking about the anti-inflammatory advantage. How nutrition can either support your back pain recovery or quietly work against it, especially when life gets busy. Quick reminder before we start, this podcast is for education only. I'm not your doctor or dietitian. If you've got health conditions like diabetes, gut issues, or anything serious, check in with your GP before making changes. For the rest of us, if you're in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, juggling work, kids, and family chaos, and you're sick of flare-ups, then this episode will give you realistic, evidence-based changes that you can start with today. This podcast is one of the resources I provide inside my Back Fix coaching program. If you're ready to stop managing symptoms and actually address the root causes of your back pain, I'll share how you can work with me later in this episode. Here's what the research tells us. Studies in journals like Pain and The Lancet show that poor diet and chronic inflammation are strongly linked to back pain and recovery. Work from researchers like Dr. Philip Calder shows diet can actually change how your nervous system processes pain signals. But here's something important. One takeaway: won't wreck your back. It's not about perfection. It's the consistent patterns that matter. When you're already dealing with chronic pain, your nervous system becomes hypersensitive. That means foods that wouldn't normally cause a problem can sometimes tip you into a flare-up when stress and poor sleep are also in the mix. Think of it like this. If your nervous system is already on edge, certain foods can act like fuel thrown onto a fire that was already smoldering. Now, let's talk about how this actually plays out in real life. Picture it. Big project, deadline at work. You're working late. Meals get skipped. Lunch is a service station sandwich. You grab sugary snacks for energy. By the evening, you're too tired to cook. Sound familiar? This isn't about skipping birthdays or barbecues. It's about what you do most of the time, not once in a while. The problem comes when stress, irregular eating, and processed foods pile up together. Your system is already tense from work pressure, then the food choices add another layer. That's the perfect storm that makes flare-ups more likely. When I was stressed or working late, writing out programs, catching up on accounts, or planning new group sessions, I would find myself stress eating biscuits, chocolate rice cakes, whatever was nearby. It gave me a quick comfort hit, but I noticed those were the weeks my pain levels were higher. I felt sluggish, inflamed, and frustrated. The turning point was spotting the pattern. I stopped fighting it with willpower at 11 p.m. when I was already drained. Instead, I set myself up with better options: nuts, fruit, simple things that satisfy the cravings without the same inflammatory load. I also fixed the bigger issue, managing my workload so I wasn't always in last minute crisis mode, and eating proper meals earlier in the day. It wasn't instant, but over time, my energy improved, my pain calmed, and the midnight chocolate snacks became rare. It wasn't about perfect discipline. It was also about planning ahead, so it wasn't set up to fail. You don't need a nutrition degree. Here's what research supports. Omega-3 fatty acids from salmon, mackerel, sardines, walnuts, or flax seeds can help calm inflammation, but only if you're consistent over weeks and months. Fiber-rich foods like vegetables, oats, and beans support gut health, which plays a role in inflammation and energy. Plant compounds from berries, green tea, olive oil, and spices like turmeric act like natural anti-inflammatories. On the flip side, research links diets high in processed foods, excess sugar, and fried oils with higher inflammation, and higher inflammation makes flare-ups more likely. Again, it's not about perfection. It's about giving your body more of the good stuff and less of the stuff that keeps your system on edge. So, what can you actually do when life is messy? Keep emergency snacks visible. Nuts, seeds, or fruit. These beat crisps when you're rushing between meetings. Batch cook basics. Simple proteins and veg that you can quickly heat up. Not meal prep Instagram style. Just easy, full, ready to go. Add omega-3 foods during high stress weeks. Tinned fish, walnuts, flax seeds. Choose water over sugary drinks whenever you can. Stable blood sugar means less pain sensitivity and fewer crashes. Also, have backup dinners ready. Frozen veg, tinned fish on toast, quick soups. Not perfect, just better than nothing. These are simple swaps that support your body instead of stressing it further. If you're thinking, this makes sense, but I need help actually building it into my life with kids, work, and chaos, then that's exactly what we do inside Backfit Coaching. Backfix isn't about strict diets. It's about a plan that works with family life, deadlines, and weekends, so you make progress without feeling restricted. To help you get started, I've created a weekend anti-inflammatory guide. Think of it as a starter pack with simple swaps and shopping lists for Irish families. DM me guide on Instagram at Templetown Strength Conditioning and I'll send it straight to you. Here's something important. You might not be more sensitive to certain foods than your partner or friends. That's not weakness, that's biology. People with chronic pain often have stronger inflammatory responses. That means certain foods may tip you into a flare-up during stressful weeks, even if they wouldn't during calmer times. The key isn't obsessing, it's building habits that help most of the time and not stressing about the odd slip. What matters is your overall eating pattern, not the takeaway once a month, not the missed meal here and there. The big picture is what drives results. Let's get real. Life gets messy. The kids get sick. Work explodes. Someone needs you. Perfect eating goes out the window. And that's not failure. That's just life. The goal is having enough good habits in place that these rough weeks don't trigger massive setbacks, and having fallback options ready so you can choose the least inflammatory option instead of giving up completely. So, if you've been frustrated that certain foods seem to trigger you when others get away with it, you're not imagining it. It doesn't mean you're broken. It means your nervous system might be more reactive right now. The answer isn't cutting everything out or being obsessive. It's using nutrition to support your recovery alongside movement, stress management, and sleep. You don't need perfection, you just need a smarter plan. So if you're ready to see how nutrition, movement, stress, and sleep can all work together to support your recovery while fitting around work and family life, that's exactly what my Back Fix coaching program does. It's not about perfect eating or giving up foods you love. It's about building a sustainable system that reduces flare-ups and helps you feel confident in your body again. Email me at info@templetownsc.com or DM me strong on Instagram at Templetown Strength Conditioning. And don't forget to grab your weekend anti-inflammatory guide by DMing me guide. Train smarter, not broken, and I'll see you next week.